want to talk a little bit about municipal drains. As a former, rural Ontario municipal councillor, municipal drains are a hugely important aspect of rural infrastructure, important for municipalities, for the county, for farmers. But what we've found over the last number of years is that CN Rail and the railways are not coming to the table. They're not participating in the process, which is required of them under the Ontario Drainage Act to pay their fair share of costs associated with municipal drains. They seem to think they're above provincial law, and because they are a federally regulated entity, they don't think they need to pay their fair share. And so the challenge we have is rural municipalities like those in Perth County seem to be stuck footing the bills rather than the national railways. So I want to know what Transport Canada is doing to ensure that the railways pay their fair share of the municipal drain projects.
Well, Mr. Chair, I can't speak to the specific case that was presented, but what I can say is that through our funding support programs like the National Trade Corridor Fund, we're able to bring a variety of partners to the table to be able to address critical infrastructure problems. Our funding through this program is more about the transportation system, the transportation network, and sort of the supply chain corridors. The municipal drains that you're speaking about, that would more likely involve some of my colleagues at Infrastructure Canada and work that they do in this space. But I would say what we seek to do is bring people to the table to be able to address these types of problems as it pertains to the transportation system and as it pertains to supply chain.
But I think the issue is that the railways are not coming to the table. The railways are not coming to the table with municipalities to pay their fair share. So it's not an infrastructure issue. Municipalities are undertaking these municipal drain projects. The farmers through whom the drains traverse are paying their fair share. The municipality or the county, depending as the case may be, are paying their fair share. And then the municipalities are stuck footing the bill for the railways share because they're refusing to pay. They're refusing to come to the table. So this is really an issue of ensuring that the federal government ensures that the railways, which are of course federally regulated, comply with their obligations under the Ontario Drainage Act. So I would like to know what tools Transport Canada has, and I know municipalities have met with the minister in the past, the former Minister of Transport. What tools will the federal government through Transport Canada be using to ensure that the railways pay their fair share?
So, Mr. Chair, what I would offer is, just given my accountability, happy to speak to our funding support programs, but if the committee would like, I would be happy to work with officials to follow up with the committee to answer this question in writing. It exceeds my area of authority.
Thank you. We look forward to that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I would be interested and eager to hear a follow-up specifically on the municipal drainage.